Folks, all right, hang on, sorry. Welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments, and today we bring back the series, the long-awaited series of Rudy talks to you through a shelf. All right, yeah, we'll do that. How about we just, I'll do like a long-distance shelf. We never tried that. Let's try that. I'm going. So in today's episode of Rudy On today's episode of Rudy Talks to You Through a Shelf, we discuss the history of Rudy being a car mechanic. Yeah, so to start this off, I'm going to move my old Duke Nukem Balls of Steel edition for the PlayStation 3. And we're going to move over the Xbox 360. This does not look appropriate. What the heck is this? Anybody know what game this is? Oh, she looks very hungry. Oh, she's very... Oh, okay. So, we're going to move all that out of the side. And, so, long story short, we sit back, relax, and learn a piece of Rudy lore. Out of high school, I got straight C's and D's, and I barely graduated high school and got out of that fun little world of structured and staring at the clock before the next class would end and boredom and pretty much trying to sell magic cards and candy to make a living. And after high school, I decided, you know, this was the Fast and Furious era, and I'm a huge car guy. Not cards, car. Vroom vroom car, not cards. I know it's confusing. And we decided to, I decided to kind of go to some kind of automotive. I didn't really have plans on going to college, so I decided to go to automotive school. Florida had some pretty good automotive programs, and you could get sponsored by like car companies like a Toyota or a Ford or a Honda or something. And ironically, at the time, I got sponsored by, wait for it, Chrysler. And so it helped my parents. We didn't have a ton of money, so it helped my parents. So the Chrysler dealership and everything paid 75% of my tuition. So that helped my parents so we could actually afford tuition and all that kind of stuff. We didn't have a whole lot a long time ago. And that was a really interesting direction for me. So what I thought was going to be a really exciting, fun thing was like the beginning of an era that I didn't realize how stupid I was. And into this, well, I started working at the dealership. And, God. This was a 24-hour dealership. My starting pay was $15 an hour. Flat rate pay. I didn't really know what that was. And that means essentially if you get a customer car come in and it needs a water pump, the pay would pay 3 hours labor. So if I got it done in 1 hour, I still got paid 3 hours times $15 an hour. If it took me 6 hours because I struggled or a bolt was stripped or something was wrong or I didn't have the right tool, I could get paid 3 hours for 8 hours worth of work. Yeah, so just kind of giving you guys the framework here. So I went to this automotive thing, and I eventually graduated and got an AS degree, an Associate's Degree of Science, in the automotive technology, and got these things called ASE, Car Technician Mechanic Certifications, and I thought that was a big deal. And I, started spending thousands of dollars on tools, and buy my own toolbox, all this stuff, and started working at the dealership. This was Rudy this was 2003 and 2004. Yeah, pre-anything. Magic was not a part of my life at this point in time. I had completely let go of the Magic the Gathering thing. This was in the early 2000s, so Magic sets like this, Scourge, Magic sets like Legions. So these type of crappy type of era where Magic's dying. So we got Nemesis, Torment, Odyssey, Judgment, Invasion. I guess Kamigawa came pretty soon. The Champions, Betrayers, Saviors. So this era, Magic was not a part of my life at all. I was all on the cars. I souped up my high school car. Dude, I still have that. I wonder if I should reveal that. I should make a video of just showing you all Rudy's high school car. That'd be embarrassing. I don't know if I want to do that. I still have it. It's never driven. Doesn't have a tag or registration or insurance. It's just kind of in storage. Dude, I should show you guys that. dude, you all will lose your mind. I don't know. That's a little embarrassing. So it's still completely souped up. I don't even want to tell you what kind of car it is. Still has 2 tanks of nitrous oxide. Has different mass air sensor, upper lower manifolds, bigger fuel injectors, cold air intake, exhaust headers, all kinds of suspension, strut bars, coilovers, full body kit. Oh god, that thing has everything, man. Really cool interior with gauges and everything. And I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to kind of share with you all. You guys would tear me up. So my whole life was cars. I thought that would be my future. I enjoyed it. The Fast and Furious 1 and 2 era before it got stupid. And there's like 40 Fast and Furious movies, and it's all just dumb. I only like the original first 3, and that was it for me. That's when I say like car movies, that's what it reminds me of. My parents, you know, again, didn't have any money, didn't have much. They didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Obviously, I was young, single, stupid, and dead broke. Borrowed a couple $100s and got a little negative here and there. And yeah, I thought, well, I guess I'm going to be a mechanic at the dealership. So that was my direction, and I guess I could even do a video of my tools. I still have all my tools. Dude, I bet they are covered in dust. I've got all the tool things. Dude, my tools are like from that wall all the way over with too high. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, do you want to see Rudy's tools? Hashtag Rudy tool collection. I don't know if anybody likes automotive tools and going over all the different 6-point, 12-point sockets, shallow, hollow, impact stuff, air tools, regular, different wrenches and brands, the Snap-on, Matco, and the whole. I don't even know if I want to go into all that stuff, but if you guys want to see like a tool collection reveal of Rudy's tool investment, I guess I can share stuff like that. I still have all my air guns and air tools and regular tools, Craftsman, Snap-on, Matco, all kinds of sensors and tools and diagnostics. I have all that crap. It's just, I don't know, it's a waste of money at this point, but whatever. So about 3-4 months in, being out of the automotive school and being young, still living at home. This was about 2004 now, okay? My paycheck was awful. I'm not going to lie to you all. It was just terrible, man. It was terrible. Like, even in a good week or a bad week or part-time, full-time, a couple $100s was terrible, man. I had to buy hundreds of dollars worth of tools and always upgrading, getting new tools every week. And then on top of it, the paycheck was a couple $100s. It was just terrible, man. And then I got introduced by the car dealership as I got more experience of doing new vehicles with what they call PDIs, pre-delivery inspections, when the dealership would sell new cars. And then also doing, here it comes, warranty work. I didn't know what that meant. Obviously, I mean, we all know what warranty work means. You have a new car, it's under warranty, bring it to the dealership, they fix it, and there's no charge to the customer. That's warranty. But as a technician or a mechanic, it was called technicians. You're not a mechanic at a dealership, you're a technician. Ooh. So I immediately learned that there's different pay scales depending on who pays for the car repair. And I had no idea this was a thing. So, for example, a brand new Chrysler Crossfire, a brand new Chrysler PT Cruiser comes into the dealership, and there's a noise whenever the customer states whenever they're naked and driving, they turn left, it makes a squeaking noise. I don't know. So I'd get the ticket, I'd go out there as a tech in my little Rudy uniform with a little badge that says Rudy. Oh my God, do I still have that uniform somewhere? No, I think I got so angry years ago. I was so pissed off and bitter at my life. I think I threw them all away. Oh my God, if I could have... Now, there is a picture circulating around online of there's a picture of me young that I'm inside the engine bay at a Honda dealership, I think. And I am wearing a mechanic technician uniform. I don't know if you've all seen that. That is circulating around. But anyways, so I discovered what warranty customer pays. So I'd bring this car in, and I'd be like, oh, it's defective. Maybe it needs a suspension. There's, I don't know, the ball joint is blown, or the CV axle. Something's wrong when it turns this direction, whatever it is. I have no idea. Let's just make something up. And I diagnosed it. I figured it out. I'd tell the parts department. They'd order a part, or we had it in stock. I'd put the part in or whatever. I'd turn the ticket in. Customer gets it. Great. The noise is gone. Thank you so much. Customer drives away. And then I submit everything. And then I would, when I got my paycheck, or when I went to submit the pay scale, it would say something like customer pay, 3 hours of labor. It said warranty pay, 1 hour. It said 1.0 or 0.9 hours, like not even a whole hour. And I remember going to one of the head guys, the managers there of the dealership, and I said, "What's going on? What is the pay thing?" Well, and he said, "Well, Rudy, depending if the company pays for it or if the customer pays for it, depends on how much we pay you." It's like, okay, but it's the same amount of work, right? Well, of course. And this was my whole eye-opening thing to working as a tech. So I said, hold on, let me get this straight. Thankfully, I went to this automotive school 2 years, got an actual degree. Good news is, in the future, all the core classes and, all the calculus and math and science, transferred over for my AA. So when I went to business school and financing and all that, a lot of the classes did, transfer credits over because, again, I only went to the University in North Florida and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, so I told the guy, I said, let me understand, but I want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, so thankfully you guys paid a lot of my tuition, which was, again, it wasn't even much money 20 years ago. So it helped out my parents so I could go to school. But now I'm at the dealership. I'm making $15 an hour. In order to have a master tool collection, I got to spend $10,000, $20,000, probably more today. I'm sure if you're a mechanic in the comment section, I can't imagine what tools are today. Or what? God bless Harbor Freight? Is that what people are going to say? So I got to buy all these tools. I make $15 an hour. And the work I do, depending on who pays for the work, is either going to pay 30 cents on the dollar or the full amount. It was the hugest eye-opening of young, stupid Rudy. So out of high school, let's see, high school, 18. So I was about 20 years old at this time, okay? So I had more hair. I thought I looked better back then. I ate less tacos and, waffle fries and chicken sandwiches. But, I was so lost and stupid, man. And I remember being blindsided by this stuff. And I was just like, I just spent 2 years. I love cars. And I'm going to turn my life and career and do something I enjoy and I'm good at, turning wrenches, diagnosing, doing all this stuff and, souping up cars, modifying and, and all of a sudden I'm just like, this is an awful career choice. Like, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I came home. I'd tell my parents about it. I'd be like, hey, Mom, Dad, and they were like, what? Wait, so if it's warranty pay, if you work all day and do 8 hours worth of work, but if the book pay is 8 hours, the dealership only pay you like 2 or 3? I said, yeah. They're like, hold on. So, and I remember there was this one day, I came home, and I was like, wait a minute, I was wrong, everybody. Being a technician at a dealership is awesome. Because that day, I had turned like 13 hours at 15 an hour in an 8-hour shift. So I actually made like $25 an hour. And again, this is 20 years ago, folks. Minimum wage was like $5 or $4. So this was like a big deal. And then the very next day, I remember working 8 hours, and I got credit for like 2. And I was like, whoa, the volatility of this is crazy, man. I got it not only to the education, the money for the tools, and always updating tools or needing a new tool, and then the volatility. I have no idea what I'm going to make each day. I was like, oh my God, dude, how do you build a life around this? So I think at that time, after working there for like 6 months maybe, I think I had the most money I'd ever had saved up, though. Because I was living at home. I was saving money. I didn't have any real estate. I didn't have anything. Still my high school car. I did not have the high school girlfriend. She left me. So I was single. At home. Pissed at everything. Felt bamboozled and betrayed on it. The pay sucked. And then after 6 months, I finally had a ton of money saved up. And I know you guys are going to fucking laugh. I think at that time, then I broke like $2,000-$3,000 in the bank. And to me at that time, that was like this rebel. I was like, dude, I thought I was hot shit, man. I thought I was loaded. I had a couple grand in the bank. And then I think I had my first bite of going back to Magic the Gathering. I bought a booster box of Revised. I bought a booster box of Revised for $399. I remember that. I don't think I have it. I don't have it here. It's a little location. Revised, the ABU stuff is in the vault. I don't have it here. So I bought a box of Revised for $399. And a week or so later, it showed up. And it was great. I still have it. And remember, this was so long ago. Nobody resealed. There wasn't big money. Dual lands were, I don't know, maybe $30 or something. This was a whole different thing. You remember, folks, there was no real risk. And you weren't worried of, oh my God, is this box? Rudy, check the seal for me. What logos does it have? Circle seal. Full seal? Wait a minute, what's the weight? Compare it to the other one. Like, none of that existed back then, everybody. And then something happened in life. Things got crazier. And then I started having some health issues. And I didn't open the box of revise. Because then I started having anxiety issues. I think it was anxiety. I don't really know. And I remember waking up in the morning. And I would go over to my mom in the morning, like 7 a.m. before she went to work in the sandwich, the food business. So she would be getting ready to go to work. And I went over to her and I was like, dude, I am so nauseous and anxiety. And just I just have anxiety, nerves. I was on edge. My stomach was getting upset. I was warm. And it was just like this. And I was literally, it got to a point I was dreading waking up and going to work. And the dread started building so much, it created actual anxiety. And I guess looking back, I guess it's almost like a panic attack. Or I guess, I never actually got sick though, but it felt like it. It was just this awful feeling. It's just, oh, I had to like sit and like calm down and like decompress and everything. And yeah, that was, I think probably within a few days, I think after a week of that, I just quit. I just straight up quit. And let me tell you all something. The dealership was pissed because they just paid 75% of my tuition for 2 years. There was no contract on how long to stay and pay back. There was nothing like that, in case anybody asked. But they were very pissed. They were very unhappy. And I thought you guys would, I don't know if I've ever shared some of this, so I thought you guys would appreciate another tale of Rudy's past. And, dude, it's so weird, man. I still look back at that. And it still gives me anxiety. Just thinking about that gives me anxiety and just makes me uncomfortable. Like, man, that was a crappy time. And, like, you know, being completely broke and going to a job that is giving you anxiety, dude, it sucks. Like, I know money doesn't buy happiness, but money can buy you choice. And it also opens opportunities to do good things with the money and try to start a business or help your family in directions. And man, it was a tough thing, man. You combine that with, like, you know, the ex-girlfriend leaving you and everything because, you know, you're a loser and all that. And then you combine that with this job that you hate. Oh, God. But hey, I had $3,000 in the bank, right? I'm done. I guess that's a fucking win.